Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight for 23 ABC News at 5. I'm Jessica Harrington. Tonight's top stories. Local health officials reporting some good news regarding patients. We'll tell you how many have reportedly recovered from COVID-19. Plus, with parks around the county closed for Easter this weekend, how is the community celebrating the holiday? Details on how some locals are planning to celebrate. 23 ABC News at 5 starts right now.
Live from downtown Bakersfield, 23 ABC News at 5 starts now.
Good evening. Day by day, cases of coronavirus in Kern County grow, and public health is now reporting more than 370 cases. However, there is good news as they are also reporting more than 100 people have been determined to no longer be infectious. According to the Kern County Public Health Department, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has guidance for releasing positive COVID-19 patients off of home or hospital isolation. Spokesperson Michelle Corson says this is an indicator that patients are no longer infectious, and so far 113 local people have met that criteria. Public Health also said only 38 of Kern's positive cases have needed to be hospitalized during their illness. Now, Public Health is reporting 31 more cases today. 363 residents have tested positive and 8 non-residents have also tested positive. 6,300 tests have been administered and nearly 2,500 tests are pending. However, Public Health is reporting that 87 more test results came back negative, and there are now more than 3,400 negative tests. Local health officials also held a briefing earlier today. Public Health reminding everyone about the status of parks for this Easter Sunday.
Just want to remind everyone that the facilities and amenities, including restrooms within all parks in Kern County and the city of Bakersfield, will be closed this Easter weekend.
Public Health also reminding the community they should stay 6 feet away from anyone who does not live in their household, including neighbors and visiting relatives. Earlier this week, Sheriff Donnie Youngblood confirmed nearly a dozen KCSO personnel tested positive for COVID-19. Today, he gave an update on their status.
We have 11 officers who have tested positive for the coronavirus. 10 of them are self-quarantined. One has gone through the 14 days and symptoms are gone, and that person is back to work. We also have 5 inmates that have tested positive in the facilities, but that number is much smaller than I anticipated it might be. So I think we're looking good. I think we're seeing light at the end of the tunnel.
Sheriff Youngblood also thanked all of the first responders for going toward danger and continuing to help during the outbreak. He reassured the community we will win this fight and asked the community to hang in there. The sheriff also added that earlier this week he was part of 2 conference calls with President Donald Trump.
The first call, he addressed first responders and he asked us to thank each and every one of our officers that are out there doing what they're doing and doing an enormous amount of work under an enormous amount of pressure. So, Mr. President, thank you for that, and my officers, thank you for that acknowledgement.
Sheriff Youngblood said in the second call he spoke with the president, Vice President Mike Pence, and First Lady Melania Trump to talk about mental health concerns during this time. You can watch the entire video on our website, turn23.com. Easter is Sunday, and despite the COVID-19 pandemic, Kern County is still keeping the holiday spirit alive. Many of you are getting creative this Easter, and 23 ABC's Tori Cooper shows us how residents are staying safe but still festive.
The Easter Bunny may be in quarantine this year,
but the good news is we can meet.
Churches like Valley Baptist are moving extra Easter services online this year, starting bright and early at 6:30 a.m.
Kind of a sunrise thing. We're going to have some surprises with the camera pointing out at the sunrise about that time.
Additional Sunday services will take place on their website, valleybaptist.org, and their YouTube channel starting at 8 and 9:30 a.m. Sunday.
Have a Bible, just have it open there in front of you.
And their 11 a.m. Easter Sunday service will be streaming live on our 23 ABC News Facebook page at 11 a.m. as well. They say viewership is up by more than 70% since moving online, and their team is getting creative to unify their church and the community on Easter.
We have asked our choir and orchestra members to record sections of a song from home.
Editing the choir team videos together, creating one song the community can all sing along to from home.
There's a local cookie bakery that is doing kits to take home for the kids to decorate.
Small businesses like Tastry's Bakery and other cookie shops like One Smart Cookie are doing curbside pickup and discounted delivery, saving Bakersfield parents like Kelly Crespo the hassle of having to find things that resemble eggs around the house. And don't forget to decorate your Bakersfield Police Department Easter egg. Some families have already started.
Hey Tori, this is Dave Lopez. Thought I'd hear some pictures of our window for the BPD Easter egg.
And Dave Lopez just sent that video in saying it was okay to share, and he wanted to show that Easter egg artwork. Now, if you would like to do the same artwork, all you have to do is head to BPD's Facebook page and print out the picture of the eggs. Color them, stick them right up in your window, and you're good to go. All right, we're going to turn now and bring in 23 ABC's meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look of our forecast. There she is. Hey, Allison.
Hey, Jess. Yeah, we've had quite the action across Kern County this week. Thankfully, that storm system is slowly clearing, but yes, we are still seeing snow in the mountains in April. Definitely feeling like winter this week, but as we head into the weekend, going to be feeling a lot more like spring. We continue to see those snow on the mountain or the rooftops in Pine Mountain Club as well as up in Breckenridge, but thankfully, those showers that we've been tracking are slowly moving to our east. So we're just going to be seeing a few pockets of some light showers, mainly focused in the Kern County mountains and desert as we head into the overnight hours. Let's talk about rainfall over the past 24 hours. Not much action here in the valley, but we are seeing more than a half to nearly 6/10 of an inch in some of our desert cities, and they could be seeing a few more hundredths of an inch over the next several hours. But those temperatures are anywhere from 10 to nearly 15 degrees above what we were feeling this time yesterday, holding on to those upper 60s today, and we are going to be seeing those overnight lows in the 50s, but then warming right back up as we head into your Easter weekend. We have a very nice forecast in store. You can expect the return of the 70s and above seasonal conditions across Kern County as we head into the weekend, but potentially some more rain on the way. I have more details on when you can expect that coming up next.
All right, Allison, thanks. Just north of Kern County, health officials have confirmed the 11th coronavirus death in Tulare County. Tulare County currently has 203 positive cases of coronavirus, 11 deaths and 11 recoveries. Meantime, Fresno County has 173 confirmed cases and 3 deaths, while Madera County has 30 confirmed cases and 2 deaths. Merced County has 52 positive cases and 3 deaths. Governor Gavin Newsom holding his daily news briefing earlier today in Sacramento to address the latest development of the pandemic. The governor detailed encouraging updated COVID-19 modeling that reveals the impact social distancing measures have had on reducing the spread of the virus. According to officials, without any mitigation or intervention efforts, the number of hospitalizations could have soared above 700,000. The governor says it shows that those measures are working. Newsom also added that they are now working with restaurants to help give nutritious food to seniors.
And so we have guidelines and we'll help support our restaurant workers to deliver 3 meals a day to exponentially expand our capacity to meet the needs of our seniors all throughout the state of California.
He also announced that the state is sending 600 nurses and additional medical supplies to nursing homes and assisted living centers grappling with cases of COVID-19. President Donald Trump and the coronavirus task force also holding their news briefing today. The U.S. Surgeon General took time to address the importance of helping and educating the minority community about the following guidelines.
This epidemic is a tragedy, but it will be all the more tragic if we fail to recognize and address the disproportionate impact of COVID-19 and an array of other diseases and risk factors on communities of color. The task force and this administration are determined not to let that happen. These to quickly and meaningfully move the needle.
Surgeon General Jerome Adams says it's alarming but not surprising that people of color have a greater risk with COVID-19. He says that's why it's essential for everyone to look out for everyone and not put them at risk. Adams reminds everyone to stay at home if you can, and if you go out, maintain 6 feet distance from other people. Meantime, the CDC is taking steps to give specific guidance to Black communities around the country. Adams and Vice President Mike Pence held a conference call with 400 leaders in the African American community ahead of the decision to make those guidelines. The president said during the news briefing his focus is still trying to reopen the country. The world death toll has topped 100,000. That's according to new reports from officials. In the U.S., more than 486,000 people have been diagnosed with COVID-19. Worldwide, more than 1.6 million people have been diagnosed since the virus emerged in China in December. The actual numbers are believed to be much higher due to testing shortages and many unreported cases. However, officials do say hospitalizations have slowed down. Cal City officials say off-highway vehicle areas around the eastern part of Kern County are now closed off to riders and campers. California City announced the temporary OHV closures yesterday. The Cal City Fire Department posted on Facebook. The post said the closures are in accordance with guidance from the CDC and Governor Newsom's stay-at-home order. The Save Mart companies have announced its stores, including Food Max, will be open for Easter this weekend. The grocery store retailer said all its locations are complying with CDC recommendations. Save Mart will be open from 6 a.m. until 10 p.m. Sunday. Food Max will be open from 6 a.m. until midnight.